Hey everyone, it's James. It's June 22nd, about 5:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So first of all, the video is not investment advice. And second of all, I talked about the bear flag forming last night. I even labeled the headline bear flag forming. And we basically saw a duplication in the price action. So I did see some comments that I did save some people, and I'm very happy to hear that. You know, I thank everybody for their support, your likes, your comments. I know I don't get back to everyone or like everyone's comments, but understand that I do appreciate the support and the kind words continuously that I have on this YouTube channel. You know, I'm really thankful for it. But so we saw the same thing happening. Basically, we saw price rising, but volume dropping. And I said it was kind of like someone was selling you something, then doing a 180 and just running the other way. Like they wanted nothing to do with it. And I said it kind of reminded me of like big money just washing their position out into the retail traders. So you get the mainstream media hyping it up. You got people like John McAfee. You got people, you know, just across the board, just a bunch of different people coming out the woodwork, talking about Bitcoin going to like $1 trillion. You had like I saw a stupid CNBC article the other day, like just 2 days ago, I think it was, that we're going to be at 50,000 at year end, right? So they do this to attract retail traders, to attract fresh blood, people that know very little about trading, and they'll sucker them into positions acting like they're the professionals, right? And that's what mainstream media is, just a deceptive beast. And that is what I'm going to say, and I'll say it in every single video if I have to. Maybe one day the channel will get taken down for saying that, but the mainstream media is a deceptive beast, and there's a very high likelihood if you hear it on mainstream media, you need to get out. You need to look for something else because the guppies are being rallied right to the slaughter, and we saw it multiple times in Bitcoin. So in my prior videos, I talked about like a series of arches, right? So we had the bubble top, then we had another push. This was the artificial creation of a bottom to stop the pressure. Boom, another push, again, another manipulation of price, and then a topple over. And then the wave started getting smaller and smaller. And now finally, we've broken the 6,000 bottom. Like I said we would if we headed right to it. It was not going to hold up. We would slice right through it. We did exactly that. We're at about 59.30 right now. I do think we definitely have lower to go to. Maybe about the mid 5,000 range, we'll find some settlement. But what that settlement looks like, I cannot tell you because we're at a new fresh low for Bitcoin for 2018. So I feel reluctant on trying to give anyone any figures at the moment until I really start to see price settle somewhere. And that could more than likely going to take all weekend to do anyways. So I won't have a video tomorrow, but I'll have a Sunday video for everybody. I'll be out of town tomorrow. But the thing is that we saw these attempts to stabilize Bitcoin. We saw the media getting crazy. We saw people coming out the woodwork with like, hold on to it, it's going to the moon. A lot of these people were not traders. Some of them got lucky, rode the wave up, and then acted like they were like some magical like guru who knew everything about the market, and they just sucked people in. Massive Twitter accounts I'm talking about were hold, like, you know, the HODL crowd, where you got these people just luring people in, have no idea what the heck they're talking about. And we saw it, you know, and I keep these videos, I try to keep them as objective as possible, and I'm not trying to like badmouth anybody, but we could clearly see it. If you've been watching my videos, you could clearly see the price action getting smaller and smaller. Every single video where I went over this, I told everyone that this is not a good sign. And the best situation that we could have possibly come out with was to go horizontal. And that's not the case now. We've already broken the 6,000 low. Does not mean it's the end of the market. If that's all you're hearing, then you're hearing the wrong message. It just means you have to be very cautious in this market. And there's definitely more money to be made on the short side than there is the long side. And I can tell you for a fact, because I had a couple good trades to the upside, and then my subs and I jumped in last night on the short position, and that was a very, very, very lucrative trade in Bitcoin because I could see what was happening. The volume kept disappearing as price was going up. Like, that was a huge red flag. That's why I told everybody on YouTube that, hey, there's some red flags going off. It's not about whether you're a sub paying me or not, a monthly service or anything like that. It is just trying to help people. That was the purpose on why I created these YouTube videos, was to help people, not to provide you investment advice, but just an overall analysis of what's happening in the market. And that's why I talked about the series of arches. That's why I talked about the red line, the selling of pressure, right? And I'm not trying to like boast myself up or anything like that and stroke my ego, but I just want everyone to know, like, that's what these videos are designed for, is to listen to the message. It's not about whether I call every single day right or wrong. Like, literally try to show me one person who does that. I have a mentor who literally is saying 44% of his calls are right, and he's still up over 100% year to date in his portfolio. So it's not about being right all the time. It's about mitigating your risk during your trades. So when you are right, your trades are, your winners are big, and when you're wrong, your losers are small. And I even had a sub ask me, because I got stopped out like literally 3 times in a row before catching a good trade, like a good trade that completely wiped that out, and then, you know, obviously put me above positive. And I said, you know, it's not an easy thing to do. If it was easy, everybody would be making trillions and trillions of dollars. We'd never have to work. Everyone would be retired at home going crazy. Amazon would even be like 1,000 times bigger than what it is now, because no one would ever leave their house. This is a very difficult market, whether it's Bitcoin or, you know, just trading in general. It's very difficult. But when you start to look at the bigger picture, the market can tell you things. And this is what a lot of people do not understand. Everyone wants to get hung up on the lagging indicators, RSI, MACD, your moving averages, blah, 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 everything like that. But when you look at just a naked chart, and this one has some lines on it, but it's fairly naked in a sense, you can see a lot of what the market is trying to tell you. And the market is telling you that there are less and less buyers coming into this market. So where's price going to go if there's less and less buyers? It's going to go down. And that's exactly what we saw. And someone got upset because I put it out a YouTube video, and I was like, I talked about price going down, and then in the next video I talked about how my subs and I, like, we took a trade for the positive, for the long side, and made some money, and they got upset. But I was like, you know, what you're not taking into account for is there's still going to be wiggles. No matter if we go to 0 on Bitcoin, there will be wiggles all the way down. There will always be money to be made on both sides of the trade. One side is going to be harder than the other, and as of right now, the long side is harder than the other, but there's always going to be money to be made. And sometimes these wiggles, you have to be, I mean, immediately. Like, this could be something you see at night or early in the morning. So I can't provide everybody across the social media accounts like exactly like when I'm going to enter or anything like that. I do have a sub service for that, but the point of like the matter is that we are under severe selling pressure. So the last thing I'm going to do is make a YouTube video talking about price potentially going, you know, to like 7,800, for example, and then people think that's like the buying signal, and people start going crazy, and then all of a sudden I get comments that like, hey man, you lured me into the wrong direction. No, we could see what the overall direction was, and when we zoom out, we can see what that overall, you know, direction of price is. I can't, you know, talk about the wiggles on these videos, because people are going to take that information and try to run with it, and they're going to destroy themselves, especially if they don't have a strategy in place, which is basically just a stop loss strategy, something you set to ensure you are not going to mentally override your stop. Okay, but I know it's kind of like a long-winded video, but the point is that there's immense selling pressure on Bitcoin. Every time we're rising to go up, price is kind of spiking, but volume's not following it. We have less and less people participating. Like I've said in my prior videos, this market has been shackled to manipulation of price, like so. You can see little duplications of it, just little mini waves of these gigantic bars that lured people in. Then mainstream media jumped on it. They got crazy, they got their fangs out, and they just sucked in as many people as possible. And now here we are. So as of now, I don't know exactly where to tell everybody, all right? Even my subs, like, you know, I'm saying like maybe the mid 5 range. I'll have to see how price settles there. This is newfound territory for Bitcoin for 2018. We could literally V-bottom tomorrow and have like $1,000 bar, and that could completely change the analysis. But the only thing I can tell everybody across the board, whether you're, watching this for free or you're a subscriber, is that you have to be patient. You have to let price do its thing and then look for an entry out of the chaos from there, okay? So I hope everybody has a great day, great night. If you do like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. If you want to learn more about my subscription service, you can check out my site, geometriccharts.com. You don't have to, these videos are not meant like you have to buy that. I try to provide as much overall analysis as I possibly can in these videos for absolutely free, and there's tons you can take advantage of if you're able to listen to the videos and take advantage of the information. And what I keep reiterating, there's a reason why I keep reiterating things in these videos, is to really drive some points home. And I know some people take advantage of it because I see the comments, I see all the likes, I see it. So just listen to the video, listen to what I'm saying, and use that, to your advantage. If you want something more in depth, where I'm talking about entries, stop losses, things like price objectives, etc., I have that on my subscription side. So another thing I would tell you to do is join the free Slack channel at geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, you have my social media links, and you have the link to the Slack channel. That Slack channel has over 350 people across the globe that are all interested in cryptocurrency. Some of them are active at different times of the day, but people are really friendly there. They share their own analysis. They'll share news. It's just a nice community to be a part of if you're interested in cryptocurrency, which I imagine you are if you're watching this video. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, do so. It's absolutely free. You visit on your desktop, mobile, whatever, makes you happy. And you can find that link again at the bottom of my site, geometriccharts.com. So I thank everybody again for their time, their support. I will not produce a video tomorrow. The next video will be Sunday evening. So everyone have a great weekend, and we'll just see where price settles at the moment. And as of now, like I said, I think it could settle somewhere in about the mid 5,000 range. If we somehow get a giant bar to the upside, like a clear intervention, then obviously that's going to completely negate the analysis at the moment.